Most people will never become rich, not because they aren't smart enough or because the world is unfair, but because they refuse to stop doing the very things that keep them poor. They keep repeating the same financial mistakes day after day, believing that one day something will magically change. But wealth doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who stop doing what everyone else is doing and start thinking differently. Have you ever wondered why some people who earn the same amount as you seem to build wealth effortlessly, while you're still struggling to save a few dollars? The difference isn't in income, it's in behavior. It's not about how much money you make, it's about what you do with it. Most people chase the next small dopamine hit, a new phone, a dinner out, a vacation they can't afford, and then complain about the rich getting richer. They're addicted to comfort, and comfort is the enemy of growth. Financial success begins the moment you realize that money is not emotional, people are. The poor buy things to look rich, the rich buy assets that make them richer. The poor work for money, the rich make money work for them. The poor escape boredom through consumption, the rich escape limitation through creation. These are not cliches, they are psychological traps disguised as normal life. Society teaches you to obey, consume, and conform, to buy what you can't afford, to impress people you don't like, with money you don't have. Every advertisement is designed to keep you broke, every social media post to make you feel behind, every trend to push you toward impulsive spending. If you keep following the crowd, you'll end up where the crowd is, in debt, anxious, and stuck. But if you stop, pause, and question these patterns, you'll begin to see the truth. Wealth is not built by addition, it's built by subtraction, by removing bad habits, not adding more hustle. Imagine this: you cut out just one toxic habit a month, no unnecessary online shopping, no eating out every day, no emotional purchases. What would your life look like in a year? You'd not only have more money, but more control, more peace, and more freedom. Getting rich isn't about luck. It's about behavior, and every financial behavior is a vote for the person you're becoming, poor or rich. This video is not just about making money, it's about transforming your mindset. Because once you understand how the wealthy think, you'll realize that the game was never about working harder, it was about playing smarter. So if you truly want to change your financial destiny, it starts by doing one simple thing: stop. Stop doing what's keeping you broke. Stop living like everyone else. Before we move on, ask yourself, what's one habit, one daily action that you know is silently killing your wealth? Because in the next parts of this video, we're going to uncover the hidden mistakes most people make and how to break free from them once and for all. If you're ready to take control of your finances and your future, hit the like button right now and make a commitment to yourself. Today is the day you start thinking like the wealthy do. Instant gratification is the silent killer of wealth. It's the invisible tax that keeps millions of people broke without them even realizing it. Every time you choose pleasure over progress, you're trading your future freedom for a moment of comfort. That coffee you buy every morning, the constant food deliveries, the endless stream of impulsive purchases, they all seem harmless, but they're symptoms of a dangerous disease: financial impatience. You see, the human brain is wired for survival, not success. Thousands of years ago, quick rewards kept us alive. Today, they keep us stuck. When you choose to spend instead of save, you're satisfying a primitive instinct that tells you, if I don't enjoy this now, I might lose it forever. But wealth doesn't grow in the hands of the impulsive, it grows in the hands of the patient. The wealthy understand something simple: every dollar you spend now is a soldier that could have been fighting for your freedom later. Let's take a real example. Imagine two friends, both earning $4,000 per month. One spends $3,800 and saves $200. The other spends $2,500 and invests $1,500 in an index fund with an average return of 10 per year. After 10 years, the spender has nothing but memories of overpriced dinners and gadgets that no longer work. The investor, on the other hand, has over $300,000, and that's without working a single extra hour. The difference isn't luck, it's delayed gratification. This principle is why credit card companies and advertisers thrive. They know you crave the feeling of now. They whisper, "Why wait? You deserve it." But every buy now, pay later is just a trap with a smile. It feels like freedom, but it's actually financial slavery disguised as convenience. You end up working harder every month just to pay for the lifestyle you couldn't afford last month. The truth is, the rich delay gratification, not because they're more disciplined, but because they're more aware. They understand that every small sacrifice compounds over time. They see money as a tool for leverage, not as a ticket for pleasure. When you delay a reward today, you're not saying no to joy, you're saying yes to a bigger one later. Think of it like planting seeds. You can eat them now and enjoy a short meal, or you can plant them and grow a forest that feeds generations. Wealth works the same way. Every dollar you save and invest multiplies. Every dollar you waste disappears forever. The poor think in weekends, the rich think in decades. Now ask yourself, what's one thing you constantly justify buying even though you know it's holding you back? Maybe it's expensive clothes to impress people, or those small daily treats that slowly drain your bank account. The moment you become aware of your triggers, you regain control. The first step to financial freedom isn't making more money, it's stopping the leaks in the bucket you already have. In the end, instant gratification is not about money. It's about mindset. It's the inability to wait for the better version of yourself. But once you learn to delay gratification, you start to operate from power, not weakness. You start to value peace of mind over temporary pleasure. And that's the exact moment your financial life begins to shift, because wealth doesn't reward the fastest. It rewards the most patient, those who can say, "Not now, but soon." Those who can see the invisible compound effect of every wise decision. So stop chasing moments and start building momentum. In the next part, we'll talk about one of the biggest lies in the financial world, why working harder doesn't necessarily make you richer, and how to escape the trap of effort without progress. Most people think that working harder is the key to getting rich. They believe that more hours equal more money, that sweat and sacrifice automatically lead to success. But here's the harsh truth. Hard work alone doesn't make you rich. Smart work does. Millions of people grind every single day, yet only a tiny fraction ever achieve financial freedom. Why? Because effort without direction is just exhaustion. Think about it. The average person spends decades trading time for money. They wake up, go to work, and get paid just enough to survive, not to thrive. They believe the solution is to work even harder, to take overtime, to pick up a second job. But the system is designed to reward productivity, not loyalty. You can't win by running faster on the same hamster wheel. You need to step off it entirely. Look at two workers. One puts in 60 hours a week in a job that pays 25 an hour. The other builds a business or invests in assets that earn money even when he's asleep. After a year, the first worker has exhausted himself and maybe saved a few $1,000s. The second one has created leverage systems, capital, or knowledge that multiply effort. The rich don't work harder because they don't have to. They've learned to detach income from time. This is the illusion that traps most people, thinking that doing more equals earning more. It's a lie society feeds you to keep you docile and dependent. The truth is, wealth creation depends on scale, how many people or problems your work can impact without your direct involvement. The rich build systems that work for them, the poor work for systems built by others. Let's take a real example. Consider Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk. Do you think they got rich because they worked more hours than you? No. They got rich because their work scaled globally. Every hour they spend creates value for millions of people. Meanwhile, most employees create value for just one company, one boss, one paycheck. If your work stops when you stop, your income has a ceiling. The wealthy remove that ceiling by building leverage through businesses, investments, content, or intellectual property. But here's where most people go wrong. They think smart work means shortcuts. It doesn't. It means building systems that reward consistency over effort. It means automating income streams, delegating tasks, and focusing on high-impact activities. Instead of asking, how can I work more? Start asking, how can I make my work matter more? The answer to that question is where real wealth begins. And here's a painful truth sometimes. Working hard feels good because it distracts you from thinking. It gives you the illusion of progress. You feel busy, you feel important, but you're not actually moving forward financially. The person who spends 1 hour thinking strategically about how to scale a business is often more productive than someone who spends 10 hours completing tasks that could be automated. Ask yourself, are you building something that pays you when you sleep, or something that dies when you rest? Because if you stop working and your income stops too, you don't own a life, your job owns you. The poor exchange time for money, the rich exchange ideas for value. The shift from hard work to smart work is not just about money. It's about freedom. It's the realization that time is the most valuable currency you have. Every hour spent doing something that doesn't multiply your value is an hour lost forever. The question is, how much of your life are you willing to trade for a paycheck? The world doesn't reward the hardest workers. It rewards the most strategic thinkers. And if you can learn to leverage your effort, your network, and your capital, you'll realize something powerful. Wealth isn't built by effort alone. It's built by vision, systems, and courage. In the next part, we'll discuss one of the biggest emotional barriers that prevent people from achieving this freedom: the fear of investing and taking calculated risks. Fear is the most expensive emotion in the financial world. It silently robs people of opportunities, keeping them trapped in comfort, while others take calculated risks and build empires. Most people don't fail to get rich because they're lazy. They fail because they're afraid. Afraid to invest, afraid to lose, afraid to look stupid. They cling to safety, yet that very safety is what guarantees they'll never escape mediocrity. Here's the irony: not investing is also a risk. Keeping your money in the bank, where inflation eats it alive, is a guaranteed loss. Working the same job for 30 years, hoping the company stays alive, is a gamble. Life is risky either way. The only difference is whether the risk leads to growth or decay. The rich understand this. They don't avoid risk, they manage it. They study, calculate, and take action despite the fear. Think of Warren Buffett, who once said, "Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful." That's not just a clever line, it's a mindset. The wealthy see chaos as opportunity. When markets crash, they buy. When others panic, they stay calm. Because they understand that risk is the price you pay for reward. The poor wait for certainty, but certainty never comes. And in waiting, they lose their chance. One of the most common mistakes people make is confusing risk with recklessness. Risk is calculated, informed, and strategic. Recklessness is emotional and blind. The person who invests $500 in an SP 500 index fund monthly is taking a calculated risk. The person who spends $500 on lottery tickets is gambling. The difference: one is building wealth through probability, the other through hope. Let's make this real. Imagine you invested $500 per month in the SP 500 from 1990 to today. You'd have over $1 million now. Meanwhile, most people who were afraid to lose spent that same $500 on short-term pleasures that brought no return. Their fear of risk cost them their freedom. The lesson: fear doesn't protect you, it paralyzes you. And paralysis is the slowest form of failure. The truth is, there's no such thing as a safe path in life. Not taking risks doesn't mean avoiding failure, it means accepting a slow decline. The real danger isn't losing money. The real danger is losing time, the one resource you can't ever get back. Every day you wait, you fall further behind those who took action. Every hesitation compounds just like interest, only this time it compounds in regret. Ask yourself honestly, what are you afraid of? Losing a few $1,000s or losing decades of potential growth? Because fear never truly goes away, but courage grows every time you act despite it. And that's the secret of every self-made millionaire. They moved while others froze. They acted while others doubted. They built wealth not because they had no fear, but because they refused to let fear make their financial decisions. Wealth doesn't favor the reckless, it favors the brave. The ones who educate themselves, who analyze, and then take the leap. The market rewards participation, not perfection. You don't need to know everything to start. You just need to start and learn along the way. So stop letting fear dictate your financial story, because the truth is, the longer you wait, the smaller your chances become. The opportunity cost of fear is massive, and only action can overcome it. The future belongs to those who move. If this video opened your eyes and made you rethink how you handle your money, then it's time to commit to your growth. Subscribe to this channel for more lessons on wealth, financial freedom, and smart investing. Like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And remember, the only thing standing between you and financial freedom isn't knowledge, luck, or opportunity. It's fear. Conquer it, and you'll conquer everything else.